Something shifts before urgency ever shows itself. It doesn't arrive as panic or drama. It arrives as a sudden internal stillness that makes delay feel dishonest. That is the moment where soulmate is standing in now. What changed wasn't an external event, it was an internal line being crossed. They didn't wake up desperate, they woke up clear, and clarity, when it arrives fully, carry its own kind of urgency. Not the kind of the rushes, but the kind that refuses to keep pretending nothing need to be said. They realize something quietly but firmly. Silence has served its purpose. Up until now, restraint was integrity, waiting was alignment, holding back was disrespect. But something inside them shifted from protection to withholding, and they felt the difference immediately. The difference is what's pushing them towards you. They are no longer trying to decide whether they should speak. The decide is already settled. What they are feeling is the weight of the truth, wanting to move into the open not dramatically, but honestly. They understand now that there is a moment when not speaking became more descriptive and speaking, and they have reached the moment. This realization didn't come from emotion speaking, it came from emotion stabilizing. They noticed how calm they felt when they accepted that they needed to talk to you, not anxiety surged, no racing thought, just a grounded sense of yes. That's how they know this isn't impulse. They carried the truth along enough to its mature. Something else changed too. They stopped worrying about how the conversation might go. Not because they don't care, but because they understand not that outcome is not something they can control without distorting honesty. They are no longer trying to manage your reaction in advance. This is significant shift. In the past, they may have held back because they wanted certainty before speaking. Certainty of response, certainty of timing, certainty that things wouldn't change too much. Now they understand that truth always changes things and avoiding the change only delayed alignment. They are ready for change, not reckless change, not dramatic change, but honest change. They have also realized something important about you during this phase, that you deserve clarity, not assumption, presence, not projection, respect, not emotional guessing games. They don't want you sensing something without it being named. They don't want energy doing the work that words are meant to do. They want alignment to exist in the open, where both of you can stand inside the consequently. This respect is what's driving the need to talk. It is not about unloading emotion. It is not about confessing intensity. It's about naming what the already been shaping both of you the quietly. They are aware that timing matters, but they also understand that waiting for a perfect moment is often just wearing disciplined clothes. They are no longer hiding fear behind patience. They are choosing presence. You might feel this shift before anything is said. A sense of anticipation that isn't anxious. A feeling of being gently pulled into the present moment rather than projected into the future. A quiet awareness that something is aligning toward expression. That because it is. A soulmate is not trying to create urgency in you. They are responding to urgency in themselves. The kind that says, if I don't speak now, I am no longer being honest with myself. This urgency doesn't feel chaotic to them, it feels clean. They have thought carefully about how to approach you, not in terms of scripting words, but in terms of tone. They want to arrive grounded, not charged, clear, not overwhelming, open, not demanding. They don't want this conversation to feel like pressure. They want it to feel like truth being placed gently between you and me. They are also aware that once spoken, something will shift permanently. Even if nothing changes immediately on the surface, the dynamic we will recognize, and they are prepared for that. They are prepared to give you face afterward, prepared to listen more than speak, prepared to allow your truth to emerge without trying to steer it. This preparedness is what makes the moment feel right. They are not coming to take, they are coming to offer. Offer clarity, offer honesty, offer presence without expectation. That's what changed. They stopped needing guarantees before being real. They realized that alignment is not proven by outcome, it is proven by integrity. And integrity is what's guiding them now. You may notice that when they reach out, it doesn't feel dramatic. There is no build up, no emotional preface, just a grounded sense that something real needs to be acknowledged. This is international. They don't want to dramatize what they have been steady. They don't want to turn something meaningful into something heavy. They trust that the truth itself is enough. They also understand that talking does not mean deciding everything at once. It doesn't mean defining the future in a single conversation. It means opening a door that been clouded up to respect, not fear. The door is ready to be opened. They're not asking you to rush. They're not asking you to choose. They're asking you to meet them in honesty. Whatever from the honesty take off from you. This is why the energy feel different now. Because they are not approaching you from longing or confusion or grounded desires. They are approaching you from clarity that settled deeply enough to be shared without disobliging either of you. They have accepted that vulnerability is not something to avoid anymore. It's something to practice with care. And they trust themselves to do that. When they speak, it will not feel like sudden change. It will feel like something that has been changing quietly for a long time. Now finally being acknowledged. You will feel relief rather than shock. Relief that the spoken no longer needs to carry weight. Relief that energy and words are finally aligned. Relief that truth is being allowed to exist openly. This is not a movement meant to disrupt your life. It's movement meant to clarify it. What happened after does not need to be rushed. It does not need to be resolved immediately. It simply needs to be honest. And honesty is what they are ready to bring. Something did change. They stop holding back out of cautions. They stop waiting out of fear. They stop assuming silence was safer than truth. They choose alignment instead. The choice is already shaping how they approach you. And when the conversation happens, you will feel it not as a pressure, not as urgency imposed on you, but as clarity offered at exactly the moment it can be held. That is why they need to talk. Not because everything is about to happen, not because nothing real should stay unspoken anymore. There is a quiet completion settling into the moment now, not because everything has been explained, but because something meaningful is being avoided anymore. What needed to change has already changed. Your soulmate is no longer carrying the truth alone. They are also no longer managing silence as a form of protection. They stepped into a place where honesty feels after the holding back. The need to talk was never creating a moment. It was about honoring one that was already there. And now that honoring has been done, from here nothing need to be pushed, nothing need to be proven. Conversation can unfold naturally or slowly or in a stage. Silence, if it returns, will no longer feel heavy. It will feel spacious. Your soulmate is at peace with whatever comes next, not because they don't care, but because they finally trust the process enough to stop controlling it. They have accepted the real connection is not built by perfect timing or flawless words. It's built by honesty that can remain steady over time. The steadiness is not present. You may notice that energy around this connection feel calmer than expected. This is the ending where things stop being imagined and start being lived. Not rushed, not forced, just real. Whatever direction life take from here, it will be shaped by truth that was allowed to surface at the right moment. Only a quiet knowing that what mattered most was honored. That is enough. And from that place, everything allow follows that the space to be honest too. That story in here. I hope you like this story. You like, subscribe to this channel, like this video and comment to this video. I will try my voice in a